Hey everybody!
Hello
guys!
This is MaJeliv. We're the Vasquez family. I'm Matthew.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Jemmy.
I'm Jose.
And I'm Joshua.
And today we are going to be reacting to episodes 7 and 8 of X-Men 97. We are continuing our X-Men 97 journey. We've been loving the show so far. It's been quite the adventure. A lot of ups and downs in terms of emotionally. There's a lot going on. High stakes.
Yeah.
And it's been quite the awesome experience. So we're ready to jump on in. Thank you guys for joining us today. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, you guys are watching an edited version of our reaction. If you guys want to have access to our full uncut watch along to these two episodes and to the previous and upcoming episodes of X-Men 97, you guys can have access to those. Becoming a member of MaJeliv with either the link in the description that is caught up above to have access to our Patreon, or by clicking that join icon next to the subscribe button. So you have two ways to become members of this channel and have access to those uncut watch alongs. Regardless, we're excited to jump on in. So, thank you for being here with us today. Let's watch episodes 7 and 8 of X-Men 97. Alright, here we go. Marvel animation.
Oh wow, so that guy got freed from jail by Mr. Sinister.
Mr. Sinister. But
Yep.
the whole thing is, what's Mr. Sinister's plan?
Yeah.
I mean, was he always that evil? Dad, do you remember him from the original? Dad,
What?
do you remember Mr. Sinister? I love when you can't hear us.
Sorry.
I usually repeat myself. I love it. No, you're immersed in it. I was asking Mr. Sinister, how was he as bad as he is now in the older seasons?
I have a vague memory of Mr. Sinister. Vague, at best. So, he's a good foe. He's a formidable foe. That's what I want to say.
Here we go.
Alright, I'm gonna go back to my cave. Excuse me.
Oh man, is this Gambit's funeral?
Oh my gosh.
Bright eyes, man. Pisses me off. I love his character.
This is terrible, man.
Every gambler has a tell. Modesty was Gambit's.
Ugh.
He saved all of us. He saved her. He loved her.
Grief's a lonely war. Rogue's gotta figure it out on her own.
That's absolute terror, man.
She's not having it,
Her
man.
name is Rogue, living up to the name right now.
What do we do, sir?
Gentlemen,
Oh, it's Ross.
she ain't no...
Yeah, you were saying?
Now, you get me.
She's not a person you want to be. You want to have on the bad side.
Right now, we have to be strong. They need hope.
It's what the professor would do.
Let's go remind the world that times like these are when dreaming matters most.
What a cool leader, man. Love how Cyclops is we're truly seeing him be a leader. Freaking horrible, man. Compared to the place we saw like 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Walk with me. Would you like that?
Please.
You would like that.
That's right. Remember they made
He's
each
got
other
a
love.
thing for blue.
Oh!
What?
What?
Stand down, Rogue. Please.
Where's Henry Gyrick?
Whoa!
Oh wait, what?
It wasn't just a mutant tragedy. It shames us all.
Dude, I did not see this coming.
What?
Oh, this is so great.
Like, dude.
And they can do this now because
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
Gotta do this by the book, Rogue. Right now, my hands are tied.
Well, if your hands are tied, you won't be needing this.
what a bully.
She's pissed.
Rightfully so, yeah.
I
She
would
just
be too.
lost 2 potential loves of her lives, and all the humans don't like mutants. Aww.
A priority for the foreseeable future.
So sad that they died too, man.
Yeah.
This ain't no jail. This is a damn resort.
Oh, he had a defense on him.
Or she just got taken over by Mr. freaking Sinister, man.
They found someone.
Professor X?
I've always done well. Under pressure.
Oh.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow.
Dang, man.
Come see the horrifying face of your future.
What?
We head to Madripoor.
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 Remember Madripoor in Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Yes. Uh-oh. Oh, is he just nervous?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is his dad?
Got this, okay? We go in, charm with small talk, and
Why? I'm a mutant.
Your father and I agreed. It was your secret to tell. Mother knows, Robert. And you would be one of the X-Men, if I'm not mistaken.
they call me Jubilee, ma'am.
With a jacket like that, you know?
How do you feel now?
Well, bit of a headache, but I'll live.
Ooh, that guitar. Day of the Dead.
Mexico.
But she did not cause Gambit or Magneto to be killed. She helped them live.
Oh man, they all went to her. That's family.
Who was that?
Some dude named Bastion.
Who is this Bastion guy?
He just killed.
What?
Who's that?
Isn't he a mutant as well, Bastion?
Maybe.
I've heard that name before. I don't know anything about him.
Praise be. They're never out of diet.
Oh.
Uber secret break room behind a busted vending machine. A game, bad guy. A game.
I love that he's drinking.
No, you can't let it go to waste. What's that? Are those baby sentinels?
Baby Sentinels. Dude. It's like Ultron but Sentinel versions.
Maybe we ask poor man's Oppenheimer before he...
What?
We're gonna have to save this dirtbag from himself, aren't we?
I have nothing.
Same, sugar.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Dude.
What?
My man!
Oh. What?
So he was never himself.
No.
What?
Summer! Speed, you get the building. I'll get the debris.
Dude, the stakes right now.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa, Quicksilver.
Ooh, that's Morph.
Yeah, Morph could turn into...
Oh, right.
Oh my gosh.
Dude,
Wait, did we
no
just
way.
lose
I
Morph?
think we did.
No, I think neutralize, not destroy.
Is he killing them?
Neutralize is like knocked out, not executed.
Oh,
Yes. Remember he said executed the Sentinels when they killed Gambit?
Yeah, and Genosha. He's not abandoned by the future.
Cable.
That's his son.
Oh, yeah.
Electromagnetic cluster grenade.
Oh!
These Sinister's working for someone else, someone worse.
What?
Who is Sinister working for?
Dude.
My techs repaired a damaged alien satellite the X-Men used to chat with their allies, the Shi'ar.
Oh no.
Oh, so he's luring Professor X back. No?
Yeah.
Dude, what?
Whoa. Wonder if he's doing all that to bring him back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you remember a Bastion, Dad?
Nope. I don't. He's alive.
Magneto is.
Yep.
Simply listen and obey. See, you were born for this.
Who is that? Dang. Oh my.
Wow.
Who is that guy?
Yeah.
I don't know enough about the X-Men world to know who that is.
Bastion.
Dude, okay, well, that... On to the next.
Yeah.
This is
So
getting
every
just...
mutant still out there who's
More and more
watching
messy.
The
Why?
stakes,
Yeah.
man. I don't even know. Do you remember Bastion, Dad, from the show?
I don't remember. Yeah, he must have come in episodes I did not see because I have no memory of him. Or he was so horrible I've put him out of my mind.
Man. They're gonna need Storm.
It's amazing, dude. The fact that we're like,
I know, man. The show is amazing.
what is this reality, man? It's beautiful.
I sent Nathan away to give him the best possible future.
And it was so horrible, he's come back to stop it.
Bastion's evolutionary war lasted 300 years.
So another dystopia where Logan's the last to die.
Stop, Genosha.
Take a seat, Logan.
Daddy's own.
There are too many question marks here. Like, who exactly is Bastion?
Right.
To the might and glory of the Imperium.
How did they get that?
What? So they purposefully planted that.
Was found murdered in Mexico City today.
Not good.
Bastion.
Mm-hmm.
With 10 cases of wine, the adequate fortnight's charity gala, ma'am.
That's Stryker?
Come on, Roberto. You have a trust fund, and I have good taste.
Blood is blood. Family is a choice.
Nightcrawler, man.
Wow. Dang.
Fast.
Yeah.
Jet.
Mr. Sinister is also kind of like a... He made himself immortal by becoming like an android.
Very own Dr. Mengele. What's so funny?
I knew it.
She's a part of it.
She's been in on it the entire time. I
She's
said
the
it. Oh my gosh. They had to have someone on the inside.
Dude.
The twists don't end.
I know.
This is madness.
Apologies.
Didn't recognize you without your camera and microphone, Miss Tilby.
This
It's
is
her house.
Bastion's childhood
Oh.
home.
A house, yeah.
Grew up here.
You know what I found out? The Newton brothers, they've done a lot of like scary movies and shows.
I believe it.
Like I think they did The Haunting on House Hill.
Oh.
I think
Hill House? Yeah.
Hill House thing. Anyways, they're
Well,
good
this
at
is good
suspense.
suspense, yeah.
Yeah.
Just little sounds.
My son said you'd come get me tomorrow. Make yourselves at home while I pack.
What?
Who's that?
More twists.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
So many notes.
This could totally be like Mr. Sinister or something.
And the boy's father, the school janitor, being infected by something from the future. Creating something new. Parts, past, present, and future.
The Nimrod?
Descended of every sentinel from Master Mold to Nimrod. Evolved. Born.
Whoa, dude.
Wow.
Because when your skin's not in the game, apathy's your answer.
Do not mistake Doom's collusion as indifference to flagrant war crimes.
What?
What?
Your Sentinel program can't go wide so long as
Zemo.
That was Doctor Doom.
Yeah. And Zemo. But what infected his dad? What was that? I missed that. From the future.
Yeah, like a entity from the future, I guess, that had planned all of this.
Speak freely to connect. Builders lay off a dozen workers.
What's happened to the baby?
Mm-hmm.
The final dream, he called it.
Oh my gosh.
Like all.
Nice kid.
I had a feeling that she was absolutely not okay.
It imitates life.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, Ford, a little privacy?
Surrender, mutants.
They're everywhere.
Now he's gonna find out. It's like Ultron.
But like scarier.
Mm-hmm.
Know they're sentinels?
Trask didn't. Not at first.
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
How many people are...
Oh my gosh.
We must warn the team.
Don't.
No!
You'll spoil his surprise.
No way.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh. How do you beat this? This is...
Surrender, mutant.
Yeah, how do you beat this, man?
Heck about his taste in women.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, might need a few more.
Oh my gosh.
Turn his entire hometown into...
Dude.
This is madness. I don't see how you beat this.
Did your
They're
butler
severely
pretty
outnumbered.
zombie?
I thought Professor X was coming.
Yeah, but how would he help? These aren't human minds. They're designed to be... Like,
My
all these
gosh.
people have been dead for a long time.
My gosh, dude.
Right, they're zombies. Exactly. They're.
You can't even trust humans anymore. Ah.
Oh yes!
Oh, yes, Wolverine. Let's go.
Ah! Ooh. Ouch, that's gonna sting a lot. Oh my gosh.
Who's watching her?
Don't tell me she's one.
Why resist the inevitable?
Lady, I got 6 reasons why. No, mein Freund. 9.
Oh my god.
Come back together, dude?
Come on. Yeah, Nightcrawler.
Come on, Nightcrawler.
He's so great too. I think
So
Nightcrawler
great.
and Beast are there, man.
Oh my gosh.
I would say my favorite's Rogue.
Rogue?
Yeah. Just her character.
They are truly Sentinel zombies.
Maybe Captain America can time travel?
Oh my goodness.
Where's Storm?
I know.
That is a good point.
Oh, Storm.
Come on, Jubilee.
There. It's a solar guy. Roberto.
Oh.
Want to surprise you?
It's good voice acting. No, she might be. The Storm might be.
Oh my gosh. That is terrifying. Oh my goodness.
Screw it. I'm not doing this again.
The car. They're definitely in
That is
Storm's
you
territory.
see what car that is, man?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Watch out!
Oh my goodness.
Hear the music?
Uh-huh.
They're boxing us in.
Incredible, dude.
Let's show these toasters why you don't screw with the Summers.
That's a good dad joke if I ever heard one.
This is amazing,
So
dude.
amazing.
Whoa.
Sick. That's
Yeah.
a shot right there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh,
Family, baby.
Oh.
Very good.
beautiful Power Rangers shot right there.
It's just because he was he was designed. Like he, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Poor kid was from from the moment he was
Conceived.
infiltrated. Absolutely.
So basically, he's like the fully evolved Sentinel. Is that what he is?
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. And they said he's all the descended versions of.
Yeah, the highest Sentinel was what infiltrated his mom.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa! What?
Whoa!
Spidey. Cool.
Oh my goodness!
Magneto, dude.
Magneto. That is power.
Where's the professor when you need him?
Oh, no way!
Yes.
I hope that I'm not too late.
A little bit, sir. You need to watch.
To me, my X-Men.
Whoa! I just got chills. Oh
Man,
So good. So good. Oh. How has the show just gotten better and better and better every time? It's changing the way I speak. Am I a sentinel? No, I'm just kidding.
Please no.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, that is so
Oh
great.
my goodness.
Oh, just want to keep going. There's just some confusion I want to clear up. I want to make sure I'm understanding. So Bastion, let's talk about Bastion.
Excuse
I don't think he was in the first seasons when I was a kid.
No. Yeah.
I think he's a very new addition to the villain world.
At least from our perspective, like no.
Right. At least, I mean, maybe there's gonna be some comments like, no, actually, if you remember an episode, whatever, might be helpful. But yeah, so he's like the sentinel of sentinels, because
there was something talking about Master Mold and
Nimrod is the
Nimrod. Yeah,
I wonder if Nimrod is one that we've seen before, because that like thing that traveled was fascinating. Nimrod was the sentinel, or
that's what
AI
sent
from
the future the thing to the mom in the past.
And Master
Nimrod
Mold
did?
was the old one. Master Mold was the old one. So I almost wonder if, in a way, Nimrod thought, if I'm able to infiltrate the past, it'll evolve in time to the future, almost to accelerate things, you know? So that's so fascinating. That's so fascinating.
It's a master plan of a villain thinking way ahead of time and just sending it back, so that this is quite the threat. But I think Magneto being neutralized was definitely a wild card, because the thing that this guy Bastion didn't consider was this news anchor, not news anchor, listen to me,
the UN
representative, yeah,
Dr.
the reporter,
Cooper.
yeah, she would let Magneto go, and her cooperation, her lack of cooperation, was something that I don't think he thought about,
right?
Which just shows that, you know, just like Ultron, no artificial intelligence that is created is perfect. There is always going to be a flaw, because humans made Sentinels, and humans are flawed, and that passes on, and that's what happened. Cause
well, also,
you know.
people can change, and
Mm-hmm.
something that's programmed doesn't easily change. You know, so a person's heart can easily change.
Well, and that girl Cooper, I think her name is, she saw Magneto's, Eric's numbers from, you know,
concentration
camps, from World War II. So I think it was that realization of, us humans are flawed. We see this stuff and we act like it never happened, and we just, the apathy, right?
Right.
And it's curious, because I think they all realized Xavier's vision is a powerful one, right, in terms of dreaming and hoping, but truly we're seeing that there is a power to what Magneto brings to the table as well.
Because Charles Xavier's flawed, man. If you really think about it, I mean, he was off on another planet about to get married to some Eagle girl, and he just left Earth to be, you know. And I guess, you know, he deserves it. He's been working hard, but there's definitely it complicates things when you have two different ideals, two different principles that both of these characters live by, and it really just you have to pick a side, you know, and that's what these X-Men in the middle are having to do once again, is who do I side with? I know that Rogue is probably going to side with Magneto. That's for certain. I know that, because she lost Gambit to Sentinels, so.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like a Civil War type of thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it's what I said, even, I mean, we got Captain America again, which I thought was fascinating.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man, but with Captain America, I remember I said it in a previous reaction for X-Men of this, that, you know, the Avengers are definitely tied more to the government and to human relations, right? They're like enhanced humans. Obviously, there's Avengers that have different circumstances in terms of their powers and how they have them, but the actual organization, the group, right? At times tends to have to play that battle. And that's what we see in the Civil War, right? So, you know, Captain America's hands being tied like that, not being able to help Rogue, that was fascinating. And seeing General Ross, and all these different things playing. The X-Men is just such a fascinating world. They go to Madripoor. They, you know, almost have to live in this underground type of way.
Well, it's a hard existence, because it's like everyone's against you, so you kind of have to be on your own side. You know, you have superheroes who aren't fully human, but they're so tied to the humans that, you know, they can easily be seen as traitors, or if they help out people like the X-Men, just because of the stakes that are being brought. So they're really on their own. You see this family having to look out for each other and having to, truly defend themselves and try their best to create a world that can more than just tolerate them, you know, just coexist. I love how the title is Tolerance is Extinction. Because yeah, tolerance I think is relative. You can tolerate anything, but it's like how much are you really tolerating it, and how much are you really actually letting it live and just be.
Yeah.
So.
So I just remembered Magneto in the middle of nowhere, completely just turning off every single sentinel. He is. Oh man,
He is so powerful.
Such rich characters, but you're right, Jem. It's I mean, even Bastion. Talk about a new villain that is just terrifying. I mean, we just met him, and the build up to him is just so well done. I think, you know, and we knew nothing about him. You know, coming from people that don't know anything about him, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
His capabilities and his origin, even, it's kind of terrifying. The sense of his father being infiltrated by this futuristic technology, and immediately his life being tampered with from the beginning. And the fact that he was having dreams of machines, it's because he himself is a machine. That art
is a red flag. That art that he drew when he was a kid, no.
Yeah.
Son is not.
It's like, oh, that's beautiful, son.
Unless he's a fan.
It's the same thing of like, you know, Voldemort looking at Horcruxes when he's like not even 10. It's like you kind of have to look at what might be going on here. But
the music was fantastic.
Yes,
I loved the music of this episode, especially because there was so much. You could really start to feel a lot of the weight of the fighting and the orchestral music and the vocals and the tension when we were seeing the grandma robot, and there was just a lot, like the moments are really well done, and they find different iterations of the same theme to add the weight to all of it. So I think it's really well done.
Yeah.
So I wanted to add that.
Oh, man.
And then really quickly, sorry. Also, the Daily Bugle newspaper in episode 1 flies across the screen, so Spider-Man's not completely out of left field. That there was a bit of a hint that Spider-Man is like a 90s hero. So that was there.
That's really cool.
That was so cool.
That's amazing.
My love, do you have any questions? Are you good?
I feel like, I mean, everything you guys said I agree with. I feel, you know, there was a lot in these 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I don't recall, because I didn't really see the cartoons in the 90s, if there was so much jam-packed into each episode, or is it just has it heightened its intensity in these shows?
Yeah.
Because they've done a great job of replicating the feel, the music, the animation, the voices, like all of that feels very authentic to the 90s.
But like the pacing, you mean?
But the
stakes,
the stakes and the amount of.
Well, this is the
everything
culmination.
going on.
That's a great question, but all of what we're seeing is a culmination of what we got in the very first episode, where we meet Jubilee and we're learning with her that she's a mutant and the trauma that is for her and how much it changes her life. And then we meet Sentinels, these giant robots. So if you think of just that basic intro and where we're at today, it's like we were building toward this.
Yeah.
And this was, I mean, obviously executed all these years later. But I wonder how much of it is comic based, how much of it has been, upgraded based on the creative.
The audience growing up, I think they were saying that
right.
too.
It makes sense that these would be more. I think these would be more jam packed naturally than those beginning episodes of like season 1 of actually back in 95, 96.
Well, now the whole group has evolved where they're all, they all have their own things going on. There's definitely going to be a lot more going on with each character. So,
if I remember correctly, I think they used to like introduce a character through like an episode, not like fully like introduction, but like you'd get a little feel of like who they are based on what you're seeing, and they'd integrate them into this world, or they would meet, the other X-Men, or I don't know, like there would always be like these little stories of introductions of new X-Men. This one I felt like it's episodes on steroids. Like they threw like Dr. Doom and like Bastion and then Spider-Man and then just Captain America and what is it, Zemo. I mean they're holding nothing back and they're throwing it all in there, and we're expected to kind of just follow along and just accept it and get excited and move on and catch up.
I think it works though because we care so much about these characters, right? We understand the family members that are involved, and that line of Nightcrawlers where family is a choice. He's one of my favorites too, and he has such a spiritual grounding. His faith is such a big part of who he is, and I love how he has 3 swords, like Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
It's all tied together.
And
But anyway.
Question about,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt, the
okay.
Doctor Doom, that's Spider-Man, right?
No, Doctor
That's,
Doom is like kind of Fantastic Four.
I mean, he
Fantastic Four.
obviously crosses over, and he is definitely a big bad.
Yeah.
But in terms of like his origin, I'm pretty sure
That's the
it's
most
Fantastic
fascinating thing
Four.
about Bastion, I would say, is the fact that he's almost like in this council of all
really
of the
bad
villains,
yeah.
because the X-Men are a serious threat to all of their plans.
Right.
Everything
Well,
that they
okay.
have in mind, that
When you think about it,
he's working for all of them.
Correct. Yeah.
if the X-Men were around during Infinity War, there probably wouldn't have to be an Endgame, if you know what I mean. Magneto.
Yeah,
He
Magneto would have just like
Like the power of the snap
Thanos' head.
that Thanos did with
Yeah.
Infinity Stones, mind you, he had to get from all over the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Magneto just went in his underwear to the North Pole and just like turn off all the Sentinels.
Yeah,
like,
that's so
dude,
true.
they're so powerful.
So like, where were they? Where
So,
are they?
Yeah,
That's the
they're.
question.
I'm just saying, like for villains, they're huge threats because they're really the only ones that can fully, completely stop them without dying very easily.
I just think it's very exciting. I'm sure too
It's
for
crazy.
for just anyone. I think to be able to see all these things come together, and I feel like the show back when you were watching it, Dad, was designed for kids to really have something to watch, to come to, and to feel. You had mentioned it about this sense of acceptance and finding your place and everything, and it took its time for a reason. Whereas here, you've developed things such as Marvel and comic books, and I feel like this definitely unites the kids show with the comic book love and passion that is definitely present in Marvel, and it's a big part of how it even came to be. So the fact that they're honoring that and they're not being afraid to throw a lot at us and to trust us to receive so much at the same time is a big win. I think it's a massive win. And we're learning more and more about these characters. We're caring more for them through these conflicts that just have been built up to.
It's also
really well.
they're the genius in the way that they've been able to reintroduce some of these characters to us.
Yeah.
For people like you, Dad, a lot of these characters, you're like, oh yeah, I know them, and you're getting to know even more about them. And people like us, like, for example, Cable. I think what they've done with Cable is very fascinating because as I was scrolling back, I think it was for the episode, the weird episode of where Jubilee goes into the video game.
Yeah.
Oh, the dude with the...
Yeah, I was trying to see if he was in the old episodes, and he was. But as I was going through there, I saw that Cable was there. And so to see him here again was awesome. But, if you've seen Cable before, it's like, oh, why didn't they notice that was... But that's because that was Jean and Cyclops meeting Cable, I believe, right? And so those dots hadn't really connected to them that this could be their son because what happened with Madeline and Scott hadn't happened yet.
Yeah.
So now Scott's looking at
that's so
Cable
trippy.
again, and he's like seeing his eyes, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, like you're Nathan." But that's amazing because not only are we learning about Cable as new audience members, but also more about Cyclops. And I think the way that they started this show with a new character like Roberto, and then with Madeline, because she was a new character ultimately.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you know the comics, I'm sure there's stuff there. There's the source, but as a show, as a series, as a story, it's such a great way to like enter into it because these characters are experiencing these characters for the first time. So it's just all great. And I think what's exciting about, you were saying, Josh, that's exciting is, the stories that we've known so far with the MCU and the Avengers, and there's so many great themes and takeaways and certain stories and arcs and symbolism and ways that we can connect with those characters that we've gotten to know, right? But with the X-Men, there's a whole new array, and we've seen it already, of characters and themes that are so universal and so simple too. Not they're complex, but in terms of I like to say simple but hard, in terms of realities, truths that you can kind of take in and kind of reflect on. But yeah, the X-Men bring a whole new just bowl of amazing things to pull from and stories to tell and types of just amazing dynamics to see certain characters. Again, the visual of a Rogue with Captain America, I think, speaks beyond just what was going on in the scene. It's they both represent different things. It kind of reminds me of NSS DC now. But the idea and James Gunn talking about Superman Legacy and the Batman and how both of them represent something, right? And seeing those two cross over does something extremely fascinating. And so we're saying that here is the X-Men and, for example, the Avengers are going to do things very differently. And so there's things that I know for me, I don't know if you guys agree, there's things that the X-Men have done that I'm like, whoa, like, you know, the Avengers could have never gotten away with this, or they would never be able to do this. Like, the threat is just so much more massive.
Civil War showed why they can't just, you know.
The Avengers are such a small team in comparison to the X-Men, because the X-Men are everywhere. You just don't even know if they're... Some don't even know they're an X-Men until, you know, they find out by being told, hey, you're an X-Men, because then they're just a mutant. So it's a very, very fascinating angle on all of it, and I think if they're able to, like... It's amazing that they're able to introduce all of this, if you haven't known already, to fans and to everyone.
Yeah. I keep thinking about, this is my final thought here. Primarily, I've got, you know, we have Wolverine here in the thumbnail of the next episode. Or rather, the episode we just watched. And I'm also thinking about Magneto. I'm going into the mind now of these characters, because Magneto is... psychology. He is going into the state of... I can almost hear him now. Like, why did I let my guard down? This is my fault. I allowed this because I believed the nonsense. I've been deceived in how and
that
where.
Charles
So
Xavier,
he's just like, I'm just going to turn all this off. We're going to reset. We got to figure this out. And then Wolverine is having to deal with the fact that here he is, Professor X. Charles is right in front of him. How does this make any sense? What happened? Because I want to bring him back to what we were saying earlier, that I don't think it was ever the plan. I don't think it was Professor X's plan to be taken up to the alien nation. I think that's something that they said it in the beginning of that episode.
Yeah.
They gave him a second chance at life. So he was killed here on Earth, but it was almost like he was resurrected in this alien planet.
Yeah.
And he didn't ask for that. So now he's been sent back, right? It's like this...
Yeah, resurrection. It's like reset.
Resurrection. Yeah, and so now he's back to kind of figure out what he can undo that's been so terribly done wrong. So, the stakes are so high. It's so great.
Yeah,
man.
So this is a 3-part finale, because it's Tolerance is Extinction, Tolerance is Extinction.
So these next two are going to be
Extinction.
Wild, man. It's so exciting. But anyway, guys, yes, thank you for joining us today for this episode reaction of episodes 7 and 8. We have been loving watching this alongside all of you. If you guys want to, again, have access to the uncut watch-along, where you guys can watch the entire episode alongside us, you guys can have access to those by becoming a member of MaJeliv, either clicking the link in the description or just caught up above to have access to our Patreon, or by clicking that join icon next to the subscribe button. So you have 2 ways to become members of this channel, have access to those uncut watch-alongs. But regardless, it means a lot that you're here. Please meet us in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts about these 2 episodes, about the show, and how it's impacted you, what the X-Men mean to you. And yeah, there's a lot in here, Easter egg wise, and little things, little details that were definitely intentional. So we definitely would love to know if there's little things that are good to know, little background or mentions to different names or things that are good to know to better understand and take in these stories. But we've been loving this. This has been awesome. So anyway, meet us on there. We'd love to connect with all of you. But guys, besides that, go out there, spread your light, and have a MaJeliv day. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye.